Hey there everybody, Eric from Outer Limitless coming at you today with another video. Now in today's video, it's time to get down to some cooking. Here in my hands, this is the 8-inch Shan Zu GYO chef knife. Absolutely gorgeous, just phenomenally beautiful 67-layer Damascus chef's knife. I have at this point put this to good use, getting myself some dinner prepared. This knife is beautiful. I can say I love this. This knife really performs. It's probably the sharpest knife I have ever used right out of the box, to the point where carrots just slice so smooth. I mean, no crunch to it, even though they were nice and crunchy, crisp, fresh carrots, just slicing right down and through effortlessly. Phenomenally sharp and beautiful knife. So what we're going to do, we're going to get into this in detail. I'm going to show it to you up close so you can see the beautiful detail. Then we're going to get it into the kitchen for some practical use. But with that said, I have a whole bunch to do and a whole bunch to share with you. And if you're interested in seeing a little bit more about what I'm about to get into, do me a favor, stay tuned. Now before we get too far, I would like to say thank you very much to the people at Shan Zu who did provide this for review. And so here, as we get into the details, the Shan Zu GYO series 8-inch chef's knife. Damascus steel, absolutely beautiful. This is 67-layer Damascus steel, wonderfully packaged and a beautiful presentation. So as we get into the box, you can see Shan Zu definitely paying attention to the details. Now, I'm not always really a stickler for packaging. I couldn't care one way or the other, but I always say if the packaging looks good and they're paying attention to the details, chances are the actual product inside is going to meet the same standard. So here you can see the Shan Zu GYO chef knife. So wonderful, so beautiful. You can see here just a gorgeous presentation coming out of the box, a wonderful balance, and just such a nice chef's knife. This has a wonderful Damascus pattern, as you can see here. Has that interesting sort of forced hamon line that's just really, really cool, and just such a gorgeous finish, really reflecting the light here. Sometimes it's hard to film things that reflect, but in this case, you get the wonderful pattern of the Damascus steel. You get the excellent shine just of that gorgeous finish. All things rounded out very nicely. The spine, good attention to detail. That sort of modified Tonto tip on the front, which I love. The shape of this blade, just phenomenal. This knife is gorgeous from the tip all the way to the back of the handle. You can see the handle construction, G10 with a beautiful mosaic pin. Absolutely wonderful. But looks are just one thing. The question is, well, if this knife looks good, how does it perform? The only way to find out is to get into some good quality kitchen tasks. So putting this to good use, you can see here, getting into my kitchen tasks. Now here, just a basic simple task. It's such an easy thing, but something like an egg that's soft and dainty. You can see this cuts through it with ease. It's not crushing it, it's not smashing it. In fact, this knife is about as sharp as it gets. Right out of the box, scary sharp, phenomenal cuts, really comfortable, extremely well balanced in the hand. And you can see each and every one of these cuts, super precise, super clean, no dragging, no snagging, just really clean. And listen to this carrot. It's so subtle, and I know it's not the biggest test for a knife, but at the same time, this GYO chef knife just slicing so effortlessly through this carrot to the point where it's not snapping, it's not cracking. It feels like you're cutting a much softer item. This is a fresh carrot right out of the farm stand, so being just so slicey, phenomenal. And using control, the alternate grips for things like, for example, coring this pepper, no problem, no fear that I'm going to slip, no fear that I'm going to cause any damage or harm myself, no worries. And look at these cuts. So refined, super sharp, not squashing down the pepper. I am intentionally cutting this on the side profile in order to see how it performs, and you can see just really, really super nice and super clean cuts. This knife is extremely enjoyable in the hand, and when you have nice cutlery, you just enjoy cooking. I gotta say, I like cooking anyway, but again, when I have just a really nice, beautiful knife like this Shan Zu GYO Damascus chef's knife, just a joy. And little things like olives and turning the corner here into chicken, it doesn't matter what you're doing, this is going to work very well. Now, I did not really test the overall corrosion resistance. This is 67 layer steel. I need to do a little bit more research to figure out the exact composition, but I will annotate that below. This should be reasonably stain resistant on sort of the more shiny parts, and if it patinas a little bit on the darker parts of the blade, no big deal, doesn't bother me at all. But as you see here, topping off just a nice fresh salad, good amount of vegetables, good amount of prep, and here you can see topping it off with some olive oil, some vinegar, and some awesome pink Himalayan sea salt. I have myself a nice, large, refreshing, and healthy dinner. And thanks very much to the services of the Shan Zu GYO 8-inch chef knife. The Damascus, the steel, just so beautiful. What a wonderful treat. So again, the Shan Zu 8-inch GYO chef's knife. Absolutely phenomenal. Again, thank you very much to the people at Shan Zu who did provide this for review. Now, all in all, very affordable, very effective, and quite honestly, one of the nicest kitchen knives I've ever used, and especially for the money. Not that I've used crazy high-end knives, but there's just something beautiful and elegant, and this just performs. I really am impressed at this, and they have an entire line. So not just this chef knife, not just in 8-inch, but different sizes, all the different knives that you need for your food prep tasks. This to me is something that would make such a wonderful, wonderful gift. Father's Day, Mother's Day, this could go to one of your parents, could go to anybody getting married. This would make an amazing wedding gift, especially if you got them a set. Really, for anything. I mean, this is just such a nice piece of kitchen cutlery. To actually gift this to somebody, in my opinion, would be just an amazing way to go. And so again, this is my first time taking a look at Shan Zu products. I am extremely impressed, very happy with it, and I hope this is just the beginning. And so if you like this content, do me a favor, take a look at my Outer Limitless 2 channel, which is more on the tactical and firearm side of things. At this point, that channel is growing quickly. I have a ton of videos up there, so if you like what you see here on Outer Limitless, do me a favor and check me out on Outer Limitless 2. So all right, guys, thanks for stopping by. I hope you like what you saw. I hope you found it a little bit informative. If you like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for stopping by. Take care now. I'll see you soon.